Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, and it's been, I don't know how long it's been, but I'm getting back into my old stories for this video. This is probably going to be the second to last one, because there's only so many stories in this journal here, and I don't know what happened to the other ones, so... Just looking at this, I can tell this is where my plagiarism gets extremely evident. Oh boy. Well, that is it plagiarism if you're like stealing ideas and characters? I don't know. I mean, it's more like fan fiction, but whatever. Chapter 11. I began to wonder if Dracula was really to blame for this storm, or if he really was who he said he was. What? Oh right, the fucking ice falling from the sky. Oh my god. I remember recently one night when Owen... Oh, this is Oreo narrating this, I forgot. Was listening to an audiobook called Alien on a Rampage. This is what I was talking about. In this story, one of the characters, David, is going to his grandmother's hotel for aliens. This book is the second one of a series. There's a new character who's working at the hotel. He's going by the name Scratchel. Oh my fucking god. Yeah. Scratchel was sent to Earth as a prisoner. He had invented a device that could cause natural disasters and change landscapes. Oh my god. Oh my god, that's right. I vividly remember that now. There's this one scene in that book where the main character was out, like, walking a field, and suddenly it was like a fucking bog or something, because it, like, could change the consistency of Earth or something. It was a weird book. I began to wonder if Scratchel was the real culprit. Why the fuck would you wonder that from just ice falling from the sky, bruh? What? So I had to ask Cole because he is the wisest and he would probably know. When I asked him, he said, I don't know. Why are you thinking this? That's a good question, actually. We had been so busy thinking, we'd been so busy talking that we'd almost forgotten about the storm. Ah, yes, giant ice falling from the sky. You can forget about that when you're talking to someone, totally. Sparkles was trying to get our attention to the news station. We finally broke free of our talking trance. Oh yes, totally, a talking trance, that's a thing. And set the ship to autopilot, and set the direction to Dracula's location. Wow, this reads like I was just coming up with this on the fucking fly. Like, I didn't have any plan or anything. Which, let's be honest, that's probably how it was written. I mean, a few seconds later, we realized we were heading for a planet at top speed, and we crashed. Dun dun dun. So spoopy. Wait a fucking second. A planet? Where in any of this were you in space? When did I mention that? Oh my fucking god. Chapter 12. When we finally wake up, we were in a dungeon with our owners. Oh my god, why? They were trying to dig a hole in the floor of the dungeon. All they could find were spoons. Oh, of course, totally. That's... Because they would totally give you metal spoons in a place where you're supposed to be. Oh, whatever. Trust me, I was in a mental hospital for, like, the whole suicidal bullshit, and, they didn't give you metal spoons. In fact, they didn't even let you keep the plastic spoons. If you ate, you were eating in the cafeteria. Before you left the fucking cafeteria, they were like, put your spoons in the cup, and if someone didn't have them, they would be patted down and all that shit. There's no fucking whatever. I don't know why I said that. I don't know why I wanted to fucking think about that. Just then, Oliver said he had found a door in the cell. It was under the bed that was hanging from the wall. Ah, what? Why would you put them in a cell? There's a way to escape. What? Just a way to get people out. Oh yes. Little 10-year-old me was like, how am I gonna get us out of this mess? I know, I'll just have a door under the bed in the jail cell for some reason. Oh my god. Uh, our owners followed us. Once we were out, they headed straight for one of the rockets, but we began exploring to see if we could find Dracula. Apparently, we're just cowards in this story. Meanwhile, the cats are. I mean, to be honest, that's pretty realistic. I mean, I don't know. But we began exploring to see if we could find Dracula. When we found him, he was all tied up into a pole in another dungeon. We asked him, a pole? Oh, no, 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 no. Okay, obviously 10-year-old me wouldn't know about BDSM, but that's just okay. Oh my god. We asked him what happened, and he grabbed a notepad from his pocket using his teeth. Then he pointed to the ropes and we cut him free. Then he finally talked to us. This was the first time since we met. Ah, yes. That's actually true when I think about it. They never talked before. Sam Mason too hard to pin down. What the hell? Okay, whatever. Um, he said he'd been taken by some sort of tall white thing. That raised my suspicions even more about Scratchel. Yes, continue. Continue stealing from other people's books, why don't you, 10-year-old me? Chapter 13. We began to look for clues. We split up into two groups to see what each of us could find. But before we left, we untied Dracula so he could be the alarm system if anyone came. Ah, yes. You just have this immortal vampire be your alarm. Oh my god. I was with Cole and Sparkles I was with Cole and Sparkles was with Oliver. Cole and I found a room with a sign that said no humans allowed. So we began to think that perhaps there was an alien involved. You don't say. Or perhaps it could be another animal like you guys. Oh no, you're not, whatever, you know. I mean, whatever. God, what the fuck? When we got back together with Sparkles and Oliver, we shared what we had found. Sparkles and Oliver shared what they had found. Really? When we got back together, we showed what we found. And then Sparkles and Oliver showed what they had found. Total. That's really redundant. You didn't need to add that sentence, buddy. They said they had found a black box the size of a deck of cards. I had overheard when I was listening to the tape. That was what Scratchel's device looked like. All of the clues were pointing toward an alien. Really? Were they now? Were all the clues pointing to an alien? Really, buddy? Really? That's really fascinating. Really, I'm totally intrigued by this story. Totally intrigued. Oh, yes. That's when Dracula came running towards us with a piece of paper in his hand. He said he had seen the tall white thing again and had drawn a picture. After I had seen it, I knew that it was Scratchel. How would you know it's a fucking book? I remember vague details about this book, but I don't remember a lot of, like, the fine, oh, whatever. So I told everyone that I thought Scratcher was responsible for the hailstorm. That's when I realized our owners were flying back into it and we needed to rescue them. Oh my god. I have a bad feeling about this. I have a bad feeling about where this is going. In terms of, like, insanity. Chapter 14. When we got back, it was no longer a hailstorm. Oh, so you just went back to Earth. How far away is this planet if you can just get back to Earth at what? When we got back, it was no longer a hailstorm. Now it was a volcano that had risen out of the Atlantic Ocean. Humanity's dead. They're gone. Everybody's gone. The amount of water that would be displaced because of a fucking volcano coming out of the ocean would cause tsunamis, the likes of which would kill everyone. So, yeah, everyone's dead. It was spitting out acid, not lava. Oh, so yeah, they're really dead. They're extra dead. The acid was dried up the ocean. Oh yes, they're dead. Humanity and everything else is dead. We discovered we decided that we needed to stop this, so we made a giant acid resistant. Oh, of course, that's something you can make apparently. Just 3 cats and a dog can make an acid resistant plug the size it can go in a volcano. Flew to the volcano. We discovered that the oceans were evaporating. You already said that! Due to the acid. Giant clouds were forming and were raining acid mixed with water. Everyone's dead! Everyone's dead! Cole risked his life to put an acid-resistant shield around the rocket. To test how strong the acid was, he put a penny on one claw and held out into the rain. The penny quickly melted into a brown liquid and Cole checked it out. Everyone's dead! If it can melt metal! Albeit copper, which is a soft metal, but still. Everyone's fucking dead. There's no saving Earth. And Colt chickened out. We decided to let Sparkles, who was the bravest, put the shield on. When she was finished, she came in and was shaved bald by the acid. Oh. No, she'd be dead. She'd be disintegrated. In acid that can melt a penny in seconds. She'd be dead. No. Oh my god. I try not to laugh, but I couldn't help it. But a second later, her fur grew back. Oh, of course, totally. That would totally happen. She told us that not only had she shielded the rocket, but also all the continent. How the fuck? How the fuck did she do that? What? What the fuck? Oh my god. We got the plug out and stuck it in the volcano. Then it stopped raining and the volcano shrank back to the bottom of the ocean desert. Humanity is still gone. We're all fucking gone. In fact, the geography of the Earth has probably changed because of how fucking acidic this rain was. Then Oliver took a giant bottle of water and began filling the ocean. What is that gonna do? That's not gonna change anything. It's not gonna change anything. Just as things had become normal again, we heard a giant crack. We looked to see the continent of Australia begin to crack in two. What? That's not how tectonic plates work, you fucking idiots! Holy shit! What the fuck is happening? The two pieces floated away from each other. After this, we heard another crack. We saw the state of Florida begin to rise into the air. The state of Florida fucking cracks off the earth and floats into air. Okay. Okay. It floated towards the giant ship. But the state of Washington also began to float up. What? What? One piece of Australia floated to where Washington had been and took its place. The other piece took Florida's. That's not how tectonic plates work. What the fuck? I realized that Scratchel was probably behind this because Florida's where David lived and Washington's where his grandmother's hotel was. Decided to follow the ship. Oh my god. Okay, so in chapter 14 alone, we already have so many fucking things that are impossible. Humanity is dead after that chapter. Everything on Earth is dead. And the only survivors are 3 cats and 1 dog that somehow have human intelligence and are acid resistant apparently, and can grow their fur back in seconds. The fuck is happening? Oh my god. Chapter 15. When we found out where the ship was going, we found ourselves back on the planet where we'd been earlier. It turned out to be Scratchel's home planet. When we landed, we discovered that Scratchel had made a clone army of himself. Okay, cloning is now a thing in this universe. What is going on? We realized he wanted to take over the Earth instead of destroying it, like he wanted to last time. So we You killed every human on the planet except for, like, everyone! Everyone on Earth is dead! You can't take over it when they're. Well, yes, you can. And since you have a clone army, you could repopulate with yourself? What in the fuck is going on? So we decided to go into the room marked no humans allowed. When we entered the room, we discovered that there were 1 million of the black box devices. If one device could cause landscapes to change, then millions could destroy the Earth. It's already destroyed. Everyone is dead. All the plants are gone. All the animals are gone. Everything. Doesn't matter if you put the fucking water back in the oceans. Life's no more, buddy. Oh my god. We decided we had to destroy all devices except one. Perhaps one could do good for the Earth too. We found a button that would destroy all the devices. Oh my god. Scratchel did a Dr. Doofenshmirtz. Idiot. So took the self-destruct chip out of all devices. Out of one of the devices. We pushed the button and ran like there's no tomorrow out of the room. Once we were out, we heard a thundering boom come from behind the door. We heard a pair of stomping feet coming toward the room. We then heard an angry voice yell, "How did that happen?" That's a good question. So we ran down the hall to another room where we found more devices are about to explode. We ran to the rocket and heard 10 more booms. We calculated that he had created 10 million devices since he was last on Earth. That is a number you can't even fucking comprehend, and yet my 10-year-old self is using it here. Oh my god. I don't even know if I don't even know if I knew what a million was back then. I thought it was just like oh, this is a really, really big amount or something. Like, oh my god. Then we heard a voice saying, "No, no, no, how did that happen? How did all the devices explode at once? I shouldn't have installed the self-destruct feature." Oh, yeah, you shouldn't have pulled a Dr. Doofenshmirtz, buddy. Let's just say that. We began to laugh crazily, but then we heard the alarm. We left the rocket and Sparkles ran into a room that had a sign that read "Cloning Room." Oh no, 2 Sparkles. When Cole read the sign, the rest of us stopped. A few moments later, we were trampled by 10 million Sparkle. Oh, there's an army of cats now. Okay. The rest of us ran in and were multiplied by 999,999. Jesus fucking Christ. We had our army and we were ready to kick some alien butt. That was the reason I did the cloning device. So there could be an army of cats. Fucking kill me now. Chapter 16. We began to tell ourselves the plan. Oh yes, now we're getting into confusing shit. We four originals would startle Scratchel, and he would probably threaten, "I've got you outnumbered." Oh yes, of course. Then the rest of us would run towards them and Shramfel's army, and the war would start. The fucking war! A war, okay. Oh my god. We heard Scratchel's threat to take over Earth. He wants to be their leader and will take over and destroy Earth if they don't follow him. We decided to explore the planet a little more before attacking. So they divided into four groups, some of each of us in each group. The first thing my group discovered was a building that we decided to explore. The moment we stepped inside, we heard a countdown set starting at 10:09, so we hurried out of there. The next thing that we found was a golden statue of Scratchel, which was falling due to Cole's group shooting it with a cannon. Apparently, he said they pushed the button due to their curious nature. The statue was falling towards the building we'd just been in. There were several more buildings in a row, so it was like giant domino. That's not how that works. Final building was the giant warehouse where all the other Scratchels were. How the fuck? How the fuck would you know who the real Cole was if there's a million or 10 million of them or something? How the fuck would you know that exactly? How? How would you fucking know that? A moment later, we heard an announcement. Major cleanup in Lot B. What is this, a movie studio? What the fuck? Then we know Sparkle's group had gotten their paws on the cannon. They were aiming for my group. I guess she still doesn't like me. We managed to dodge a cannonball the size of Jupiter. You're all dead. You're all fucking dead. All of you. All 40 million of you, you're all fucking dead. Like that. All of you. Before it made a hole through the planet. Oh, okay, yeah, now you're really dead. If you weren't dead from the gravitational mass of Jupiter passing by you, making a hole in the planet, now you're definitely fucking dead. Due to the chaos, we did not notice the impending doom of Scratchel's army surround us. Sparkles accidentally sat on the button, setting death ray, killing Scratchel's army. Oh, okay. So now there's a fucking death ray. Okay. 17. After this, Scratchel finally made it outside to see his precious lot be destroyed and a pile of ashes left over by the corpses of his army. Moments later, we heard a loud scraping sound. That was the sound of Scratchel's native language. It sounded like a steak knife against glass. Oof, that's a description. Then we finally took in the devastation. When he finally took in the devastation, he cried, "Ah!" It's literally what it is. It's like, "Ah!" written out like that. What the fuck? It terrified us. We didn't know what it was going to do next. Then he yelled, "How could cats do this? How could cats ruin everything? How could cats cause this much devastation in just 6 hours? I might as well deal with that wretched human child." Oh boy, oh no. How over dramatic. Oh my god. How can they cause so much devastation? Yes, your home planet is fucking dying. Your entire army is gone. And there's 40 million cats running about doing shit. What the fuck? This doesn't make any sense. Chapter 18. Our army was exhausted from all the chaos, so the four of us original ones followed Scratchel towards a building in Lot A that wasn't destroyed. He went toward a door that said, "No entering unless you want to be destroyed." Okay, what does that mean? molecular destruction, like are your atoms being torn apart or something? What kind of destruction? We realized we hadn't seen Dracula for a while. And we heard Scratchel say, I'm finally going to get revenge on David. Oh my god. Ah, good lord. My brain finally remembered that in the final chapter, Scratchel had finally been taken on board an alien ship as a slave. What the fuck? This is a kid's book? Holy shit! David had made a deal with the aliens to leave Earth alone and take Scratchel instead. That got me thinking, how is Scratchel able to escape from slavery? What the fuck? That wasn't a kid's book? What the hell? Holy shit! I do not remember that. What the fuck? We then heard Scratchel scream, no! When we went into the room, we saw Dracula in the holding up a peanut, and Scratchel was melting. He's allergic to peanuts, of course. Of course. Why not? Oh my god. Oh, the final chapter 19. Dracula then put Scratchel in a cup and drank. What the fuck? Vor? Hello? We then left the planet and flew home after this. Ah yes, the devastated remains of planet Earth where every creature is dead. Totally. We left the planet and flew home after this. In the days that followed, we got some notes from Dracula saying he wasn't feeling well. We began to think that he was going to become half Scratchel, so we began to call him Draxel. Oh my god. Little did we know we were about to face our biggest challenge yet. It's the end. And there's a sneak peek for a third book that I know I wrote, but I just don't have it in here. It was Catacula 3 Mission Draxel. Oh my god. Holy shit, guys. That was a lot. That was a lot more than what I expected. Holy shit. Wow. There's only one more story in there that I have to read, but that's going to be the next video. And it's also the one that I'm the most ashamed of, oddly enough. Because I remember I wrote it after I had read War of the Worlds for the first time. And, I combined War of the Worlds with Sea Monkeys. And it goes places that I don't like. So, hope you watch that one eventually, whenever that happens. See you in the next video, guys. Bye-bye.